welcome to SerpentSong Sanctuary. Welcome back into the kitchen. I'm Xanna Seto, if we haven't met already, and I'm really glad you're here. Tonight is Samhain. Some might call it All Hallows Eve, and some might call it Halloween. However, I've known it for most of my life as Samhain. And this is the night that it is said that the veils between the worlds are parted. It's a very powerful night. And it's a very powerful time. Right now, in our time, we're just a few days before an immense and very intense event in the life of this notion that we call a nation. And there are so many energies right now that are just coming from so many different directions, and it is an intense tidal wave. And they're all just moving toward one another, and when that hits, it's going to create turbulence. And we're all swimming in this right now. And it's affecting us on some level, no matter what we believe, no matter what we think. There is so much focus right now on this event that we can't escape it. We cannot escape it. So in yoga, there is a term called santosha. Santosha roughly translates to contentment. And that's what we need to find right now in this moment. Now, contentment is not complacency. Contentment in this sense, it's a very specific sense, means to be okay with what is in this moment enough that we accept that that is what is in this moment. And yet we work from that place in order to continue to evolve and continue to grow and continue to improve. We use what we have and where we find ourselves in the moment as our means of practice, our tool for practice. So tonight, because it is Samhain, because it is a full moon, and because we are where we find ourselves in this moment, I would like to offer something a little bit different. We will begin by creating something very yummy. And then I'd like to move into a meditation using what we've created together as a tool as well, a tool for focus. And we'll do a meditation to both sharpen and hone our vision for what we wish to bring into the world that we wish to bring in, actually, and to ground that in, to really embody that. So thank you for being here, and we will get started first by making Bliss Balls. Bliss Balls are exactly what they say they are. They are little morsels of yum that absolutely awaken that sense of joy and bliss and complete involvement in the moment. So let's get started. I got this recipe from my sweet, sweet sister, Tifa. And thank you, Tifa, for bringing this to me. I'm excited to make it. All right. So I am going to be using a very specific product, and I'll show you a picture of it here. And this is creamed coconut, and it is by a company called Let's Do Organic. This stuff is amazing. So I use it in lieu of coconut cream, condensed milk, and I use it in lieu of coconut butter sometimes. So that's what I've done here tonight, and we will get to that in just a moment, because Tifa's recipe actually calls for cooking this concoction first. Some make it raw, and I know that, but I really want to try her way, so we'll see what happens. So first of all, I have a cup each of cashews, raw cashews, and raw almonds. Now, I not only chose these nuts because Tifa told me that this combination is especially good, but I wanted to also bring in the symbolism of cashews and almonds. The word almond means to watch, and it is the ability to see our inner truth is what the almond symbolizes. And so that to me kind of evokes that inner watcher, the still one within that observes all that happens in our lives. Cashews. Cashews evoke the desire to invest in long-term and sustainable solutions, or long-term and sustainable rewards. So I'm going to add 1 cup of each, and I've ground them up in my food processor. Add this to my little bowl. This is the top of a double boiler. And then next, I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons, actually, 2 tablespoons of cacao, raw cacao. And this is cacao that I got in Ecuador when I was there. And cacao's scientific name is Cacao theobroma, and that is translated to cacao, the food of the gods. Cacao has chemicals in it that are precursors to serotonin. So these are feel-good hormones. And cacao has a heart-opening property. It is representative of our sovereignty, and it provides a connection to our higher self. Cacao. Thank you, cacao. And I also have this beautiful cream de coconut. Now, what I did was I took the bag that it comes in, and I put it in some warm water until the material inside got pretty soft. And then I pushed it out of the bag and added 1/2 cup of finely shredded coconut. Coconut is symbolic of guidance from within. So if you think of a coconut, the inside is where the water is, and water holds wisdom. So this is our guidance from within. I'm going to add this in. Thank you, coconut. And of course we have our dates. So dates represent fertility and fecundity and growth and all of those vital aspects of life. So we're going to add in the dates. I processed them into a bit of a mush, and this is about 1/2 cup, and I'll add that in. And then I'm also going to add some spices. So spices here will represent the diversity of all life. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of cardamom, both ground. And I'm also going to add a couple of good pinches of Himalayan salts, just to bring out the flavor. All this diversity. It's what makes the world interesting, and it's what makes our lives interesting. And then just for a little bit of a kick, I'm going to add some chipotle. And I will do this fairly sparingly, not too much. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, and this is going to go onto the double boiler. So come on over here with me. Okay, I have everything here on the double boiler, and the double boiler is just so that the material doesn't burn. So I'm just going to let this warm up, and it's also so that the cacao gets to melt in with everything. And this cream of coconut, you're going to see that get very, very liquid. Well, one thing I do love about this product is that it does get very hard when it cools. So it makes really good Bliss Balls. Smells beautiful. So if you notice, it looks pretty crumbly. So what Tifa told me to do is, if it does turn out looking a little dry, then we can add a little bit of nut milk, just until we get a bit more creamy consistency. So I will do that. Yeah, that's looking a little better. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Go ahead and take this off. Okay, here it is. So I'm going to roll up my sleeves and go ahead and get my hands in there. All right, let's see. This beautiful kind of dough, I guess you might call it. And yeah, it looks really nice. So they're still pretty crumbly right now, but I suspect that this cream of coconut that I've used, it really does harden up pretty good. So I think these are going to get nicely hard once they cool. It's still pretty warm right now. I have some parchment here on a cookie sheet. For the 13 moons. I am going to put these in the freezer for a little while, just so they can set. And then I will meet you in the music room, and we will begin our ceremony. Well, here we are, settled in to our sacred space. and preparing now to embark upon a journey that will help to clarify our vision and also to embody that vision as well. So I have here in my little food pyramid this lovely Bliss Ball. And what I'm going to do is, because I found it wasn't quite sweet enough, if I had it to do again, I would add some honey after I take it off the heat. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of this luscious hermetic bee honeycomb honey. I'm just going to drizzle a bit of this right on the top. It's got that beautiful honeycomb in it as well. All right. So knowing all of the wonderful qualities that we spoke of that are included in this beautiful confection. Qualities of the inner wisdom, of the inner watcher, following that inner guidance. Qualities of fecundity and fertility. And all these characteristics that we wish to bring into our new paradigm. Mankind right now is in the throes of rebirth. And it's not an easy birth, not by any means. So pouring all of my intentions and hopes into this one small, compact sphere. And closing our eyes, go ahead and bring this up to your nose and connect with your root. Just begin to smell and take in the aroma of earth. We can smell the earth. And begin to envision what security means to you. Envision yourself, your loved ones, your community, and the greater world, all with enough food, all with shelter, all with connection to their deepest wisdom, to our deepest wisdom. And then connecting with the lower dantian, this area just below the belly button. And bring this morsel up to your tongue and taste. Don't bite, just taste. Notice the immediate response of water. The mouth waters. And we feel the longing, the desire to bring this in even deeper, to connect even deeper. And visualize yourself, your family, your community, and the wider world with the longing fulfilled, with the emotions flowing gracefully and with ease. And then we'll just draw it away for a moment and open our eyes and look. And look at the form. The element of fire allows us to see the form. To connect through our sight to our intention. To know that this is still separate. I am separate from this as of yet. And visualize yourself, your family, your community, and the wider world with clear sight and walking the path laid out before them, before us, with ease and with grace. We have a visitor. And then go ahead and just feel the texture. Employ your sense of touch and the element of air. And know that as you hold this morsel in between your fingers, in between your hands, that these are the arms of your heart. And this energy flows through from the left, through the heart, and out through the right. And infuses this morsel with heart energy. And visualize yourself, your family, your community, and the wider world living from this place of an open heart, of all of our higher qualities of forgiveness and tolerance and love and compassion and empathy. And now bring this morsel up to your face, close to your lips, and say thank you. This is space. This is the space that all of the other elements hold. And visualize yourself, your family, your community, and all of the wider world able to express ourselves fully, without reservation, and to communicate openly, honestly, with one another. Ideas and information to flow, uninhibited. And then moving beyond all elemental influence. We move up to the realm of our intuition, of our deepest knowing. And we take it in, just a small bite. And we assimilate this vision, this prayer, into our being, and it becomes a part of us. And whatever we have envisioned for ourselves, our families, our communities, and the wider world, we now surrender that. As we surrender the food that we eat into our bodies and allow the wisdom of our bodies to assimilate that, to metabolize that in the way that is the most beneficial to us, we surrender this vision to the intelligence of the universe, knowing that the vision will be assimilated and metabolized and used in the way that is to the greatest benefit of all beings. Enjoy your prasad, your offering.
lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. May all beings know the true source of happiness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace everywhere. Finally. Thank you for joining me. I only hope that this has helped to ground us in a little bit more, to clarify our vision, and to provide just a moment of calm in the rushing waters that we're all swimming our way through. So I wish for you in the coming days and weeks that you be healthy, that you be happy, that you be whole, that you find that santosha, that contentment that allows you to accept what is in the moment and to work furiously from there for the world that we envision, the world that is to the highest benefit of all beings. And until we meet again, may you be nourished, may you be inspired, and may you be transformed.